All right, let's talk about something I bet a lot of you have thought about. What if you could get that super slick, fluid feel of macOS, but on your Windows machine? Well, today we're diving into a tool that promises to do just that. If you've been looking for a way to completely transform your desktop, you are definitely in the right place. I mean, come on, you've probably looked at a Mac and thought, man, I wish my desktop was that clean and smooth, right? It's a super common feeling, especially if you're a fan of that minimalist design and those slick animations. Well, guess what? Getting that clean, fast, and beautiful experience on your Windows PC isn't some far-off dream. It's totally possible, and we're about to break down exactly how you can get it. Okay, so let's get right into it. The key to this whole transformation is a piece of software called MyDockFinder. You can basically think of it as the magic wand that unlocks a totally fresh look and feel for your PC. So, what exactly is this thing? Well, MyDockFinder is this really cool utility that swaps out your standard Windows interface, the taskbar, the start menu, all that stuff, with a system that's heavily inspired by macOS. But here's the real magic, the secret sauce. It uses your computer's GPU, your graphics card, to do all the rendering. That means it offloads the heavy lifting from your main processor. And the results? Incredibly smooth, buttery animations and effects that won't slow your whole system down. Now, MyDockFinder is really made up of two main parts that completely overhaul your desktop. Let's start with the first one, which reimagines the most fundamental piece of your interface, the dock. So, say hello to MyDock. This is about to become your new command center. It completely replaces that old Windows taskbar with a dynamic, powerful hub for all your apps and important info. And this gives you a little taste of just how much it can do. I mean, sure, you can launch apps quickly, that's a given, but check this out. The window minimization animations, you get 3 different cool styles to pick from. You also get a full launchpad for all your programs, you'll see live notifications, and even download progress right there on the icon. Oh, and you can get a quick glance at the weather. It's really all about mixing that convenience with some serious visual flair. All right, so we've reimagined the dock. Now let's look at the second major piece of the puzzle that gives you ultimate control over your whole system. And that's the MyFinder bar. MyFinder is basically your new top menu bar, and believe me, it is packed with useful stuff. You've got your quick system controls like shutdown and restart, obviously, but you also get real-time monitoring of your CPU, your memory, your network speed. You can manage Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, control your music, and this is a fantastic feature. You can adjust the volume for each app individually. How cool is that? Okay, listen up, because this is a quick but very important heads up. While MyFinder can adjust your monitor's brightness, the developer gives a pretty strong warning about using this feature if you're connected via HDMI. Apparently, it could potentially cause some damage, and that's because HDMI just doesn't always play nice with this kind of software-based brightness control. Now, if you're using a DisplayPort or DP, you're totally fine. It works perfectly. So just do a quick check on your connection type before you go messing with that setting. So yeah, the features sound amazing on paper, but what's it actually like to use day to day? What's the word on the street? Let's take a look at what real users are saying about MyDockFinder. This first review really just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? This person says they've tried a ton of similar programs, but calls MyDockFinder the most complete one out there. I mean, that is some seriously high praise, and they confirm it really delivers on its promise, making Windows feel a bit more like a Mac. And here's another great take, this time focusing more on organization. This user points out how awesome it is for just cleaning up a messy desktop. They praise its clean and intuitive UX, which is just a way of saying the user experience, how it feels to use it, is just great. So it's not just about looking pretty, it's about making your workflow cleaner and easier. Okay, so let's put this all together and look at the full picture. On the one hand, the pros are huge. You're getting these incredibly smooth animations, a really complete package of features, and a fantastic user experience. But, and this is important, we have to keep in mind that this whole thing is the work of a single developer. And what does that mean? Well, it means updates might take a little longer. The dev says about 2 to 4 weeks. And yeah, you might run into an occasional bug here and there. It's all about setting realistic expectations for what is essentially a passion project. So if all of this sounds like something you're dying to try, you're probably wondering, okay, how do I get it? Well, there's actually a really clever, totally risk-free way to take it for a spin. The software is available right on Steam, and you can actually use Steam's own refund policy as a kind of unofficial demo. Here's how it works. It's super simple. First, you buy and install it. Then you've got up to 2 full hours of runtime to play with everything, test it all out. If you decide it's not for you within that 2-hour window, you can just request a full refund, no questions asked. It's a fantastic way to see if it really fits your workflow before you commit. So there you have it, a deep dive into MyDockFinder, a really powerful tool that brings the speed, the beauty, and the awesome functionality of macOS right over to your Windows PC. The only question left is, are you ready to completely reinvent your desktop?